Welcome to Devotional Daily. Today is May 8. Our title is The Folly of the Wise, Part 2. Then I turned myself to consider wisdom and madness and folly, for what can the man do who succeeds the king? Therefore I hated life. Then I hated all my labor in which I had toiled under the sun. Ecclesiastes chapter 2, verse 12, 17, and 18. Solomon's life, as narrated in the book of Ecclesiastes, is one of the saddest accounts of Scripture for those who can read between the lines. Through his bitter experiences, he recognized the emptiness of life and the folly of seeking heaven on earth. He raised altars to pagan deities only to discover how vain their promises of rest for the spirit were. In the book Prophets and Kings, we find the chilling description of his existence. Dark and intrusive thoughts disturbed him day and night. There was no longer any joy in life or peace of mind for him, and the future looked bleak with despair. Those who stray from God will sooner or later find that thorns and thistles have grown on the path of apostasy, making the return very difficult and harsh. The old king of Jerusalem returned weary, parched, and thirsty from the empty cisterns he had experienced to drink once more from the only source capable of satisfying. The harsh penalties and the school of suffering, however, did their work. The king's folly exacted a high price in ruin and fear, making him tormented by many ghosts. However, that is not the end of the story. However, this is the glorious conclusion. God did not abandon him. In his grace, the eternal king awaited in the shadows for his return, willing to free him from the charms and magic of evil, from a captivity crueler than the grave, from which the once powerful king could not free himself alone. How were his last days? Certainly marked by the ruinous results of sin, memories of indulgence and deviations. Solomon at last awoke from his follies and madness. Under the power of inspiration, he began to relate to future generations the stories of his years of dissipation with their lessons and warnings, so that others would not tread the same path of human folly and apostasy from God.